Hey everybody, it's Chris Widener jumping in with our tech coach, Chris Pirillo, internet superstar. That's what I call him. Just asking regular old Joe questions. I'm a regular old Joe. I wonder some of this stuff. Cell phones, they're amazing. Smartphones, I take them with me. We travel around. They allow us to do, we could land a guy on the moon, supposedly, they tell me. We have more computing power in our smartphones than they did to put a guy on the moon. But one big problem, battery life. So I'm looking at all these phones that you have, and I'm thinking, how do you keep these things charged, especially if you're traveling? I know now they've got the little stand, with like 30 different deals, and you plug them in. But who wants to leave their phone there? Who wants to pay the money? That kind of thing. What do you do? What's the answer?
Well, this is a concern, certainly. And on some phones, you could remove the back.
That's
or slide
almost
out.
a tablet.
Well, this is it's a great phone. It's more of they call them phablets. They're like
okay.
phone tablets.
And they're fabulous.
Yes, that's not why they call them phablets, but they could. So yes, there are phones that you could certainly remove the battery, swap the battery out, but more and more newer devices, like this Windows phone, does not have a removable battery. This
Windows makes your phone?
I did another 12 coaches video on that,
a whole nother video.
I don't want to rehash that at this point in time. Don't want to, jump that up. This is one of Google's latest own Android phones. The Nexus 4 does not have a removable or replaceable battery.
So I have the Nexus tablet, which is not
similar.
too much bigger than
No,
that.
it's similar.
I can't talk on it. Well, I can.
Well, you
I can
could,
Skype.
but yeah,
I can
you could
Skype,
use software to do that. But certainly, I mean, the solution I'm going to give though is really more of a universal solution, not just phones.
Sure.
And of course, the iPhone, doesn't have a removable battery.
So you're talking batteries. We're using phone as illustration, but you're talking anything that you need to.
Yeah, anything
recharge.
you might need to recharge.
Gotcha.
And so my recommendation is go out and get one of these or something that looks like this. It allows you to connect a device by way of USB. And then, of course, you can recharge it usually by way of USB. And they make these in all shapes
So you
and
recharge
sizes,
it through your computer or
something else or an adapter. Yeah. And they make them in all sorts of price ranges, capacities. And that's the thing I was going to talk about specifically with these battery packs. You could buy one and you can spend a lot of money but not get a lot of bang for your buck. The key that you're looking for is a little of an abbreviation called MAH. I stumbled through it. Milliamp hours. That's how much juice is in this battery pack.
Yep.
Even these batteries are measured in milliamp hours.
So how long is that
this
gonna
one?
last?
Well, it depends on
how
long it lasts. Depends,
right. Whether your phone's on, whether your Bluetooth's on, whether your GPS is on, but all things considered.
See, this one's got 3100. You see that right down there?
It's
small print.
I'm so old, I can't actually.
3100 milliamp hours for this particular phone. And so I would want to make sure that if I wanted to recharge this from complete death, I got an external battery pack that could handle that power. And then, of course, you're looking at potentially recharging tablet computers.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. So
yeah.
you take this, you plug it into this.
Yeah.
Does this then actually just run all this and it sucks it in, or will this actually charge that battery?
It'll charge the battery.
So if you weren't using it and you just plugged it in, this battery gets recharged, or you can actually start using the phone and it just draws it straight through.
Usually both. There are some devices that it can't run on an external battery. It needs to be charged in some way.
Okay.
And other devices, like I know my iPhone does it all the time. Like I plug it in and I can still use it, and it may not charge as much because I'm using it at the same time, but I'm still getting battery.
This is like a new magazine in a gun. When you empty the bullets, you pop it, and out pops a magazine. In goes the new one.
That's a great way of putting it.
Yeah.
And they, like I said, they make them in all shapes and sizes. I have another one that I keep with me. It's pretty much in my luggage 24/7.
Wow.
It's 22,000 milliamp hours, and it even allows me to charge devices that require more power, like an iPad. You can't charge an iPad on any old USB recharger because it may not have enough juice inside to be able to push through.
How long does it take to charge that up?
This one, I think just a couple of hours.
Okay.
And this one's actually doubles as a USB storage too, so it's a 2-in-1. And like I said, they make them in all sorts of shapes and sizes, and they even have cases that you can put on that have the battery pack inside the case for your phone, whatever your phone happens to be. The bottom line is you always want to have one of these things on you because you never know where, when, etc. Keep one in the car, keep one in your travel kit.
How long will they last? So
it depends.
So you put it in your
Oh, you mean in terms of how it drains?
Yeah. So if you're saying put it in all these different places, and so I charge this up, I put it in my car in case it ever goes. Will it sit there for a week?
Once a month. Or my recommendation: go out and get. And I don't think I have.
So if I pull this out 3 weeks later after it's been sitting in my car,
I'm looking in my bag of tricks here. You have no idea how much crud I have
I can
down
only
here.
imagine.
It's crazy. So what I'm looking for is, they used to call them cigarette lighter, adapters.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Oh
yeah,
no,
yeah.
that was the USB.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Well, now they're
That's what I use
for
on my
truck
car.
power, right?
That's what I use on my
So
car.
they make adapters that have 2 USB ports on the back. You just plug it in. They even make adapter extenders, so you can, instead of having one power outlet, you can get you can turn one into 3, kind of like you have a what do you call it, like a power strip?
Yeah,
Yeah. They have those for car or power adapters in the car. So what I do is I have a couple of USB power chargers in there, and I have an external battery pack always plugged in. So when I'm driving or whatever, it's always charged, so that if something happens, I can just take it out and I'm good to go.
Cool.
So yeah, I always recommend always have a spare. And here's the thing: if you find one that's better, just move this down the line.
Yeah.
I mean, until
then
it
it becomes
stops,
your suitcase one.
Yeah,
for
right.
your once a month trip or whatever.
You're never going to be like thinking, why did I put that here? I mean, you're
Last
never
question:
gonna have the
what's
problem.
it cost? What's one of those cost? What
These
do they
can
run?
run. These can absolutely run from $20 to $100, depending again on how many milliamp hours, the capacity of an external battery.
But 20 to 100 bucks.
Yeah, potentially. I mean, it's going to range. The point I always try to make is how much is it worth.
Right.
If you lose power and you're like, gosh, I wish I had something.
If you're selling something and it costs, and you're making $1,000 every time you sell something, and the phone dies in the middle of $1,000 sales call, the $100 is worth it.
Oops, or even.
All right, that's it. Now you know what to do. Now you know how to charge your chargers.
Yes.
Chris Pirillo.